So guys, I'm still working on the roof, ceiling, headliner, inside panels on the hot rod. So let me show you some of what I got going on there. I got my headliner cut right now in 3 pieces. There, 1, 2, the other piece over there ready to go. I'm going to cut it in half too to go up here. But what I'm doing, I'm using these clips right here to hold it in. What I want done, I welded some tabs on the iron spots and drill a hole and push that pin through. So I got that half on. I still got to add some fiberglass to the edge to make this come on out. No problem. Been there, done that. So now I'm gonna put this other piece here and drill holes and connect it. And the plan is to use some screws to screw the 2 pieces together where they lap over, and then take the whole thing out back one piece back out and fiberglass those seams, so I just have 1 piece back here instead of 2. We're gonna see what happens. Something like that. Now, I take that hole's in the wrong spot. I didn't have to put it on there, I had to take it back off. But anyway, I don't know if you can see that, but I can shine a light back there and see where that hole needs to be. Even on top. So, I don't like that hole being that close. Let me move it a little bit. Let's see where it's at now. Still kind of close. It'd be all right. We can make that work. So I can take my marker, I can shine a light so I see where that hole is, put a mark. Drill a hole through it. Put one of these guys through there. Make sure that's still the same spot. Yep, good. I got one more. I'm not gonna do that one yet. I'm gonna get all this together and then make sure what one piece is gonna work. So now I need to get a couple on the top and this one over here. I don't know if you can see that, but if you shine the light the right way, you can see where that hole needs to be. Right there. Something like that. So I put 2 more here, and then I screw these 2 panels together and then fiberglass them together. So you see, if I shine a light I can see where that hole needs to be. Not so much without the light. And same with up here. You can see it. Get that light on the right angle. You can see where it needs to be. But you see, I already had this piece on, but it wasn't in the right spot. So I got some holes that I'm about to fill in, or just leave them. It'll be fine. So I got my two pieces in. I got it marked how far they need to come out, and all that good stuff. I got it lapped over. I got it screwed together. Now I'm gonna take it out, and this overlap is too much, so I'm gonna cut some off of each one, so it just be like a 2-inch overlap. And sand the backside with some 26 grit, whatever. I think it's really coarse, 26 I got. So to get a mechanical bond, I'm gonna paint some resin on both pieces and screw it back together in the same holes, and hopefully it'll bond together and we'll be good. Okay, so now I need to get it out. So that's just a matter of popping these out. See if we can get this one out. Yep. There it is. So all I gotta do is glue this piece together and we'll have one piece instead of two. Another issue I got, well, I'll show you. So this is the piece that goes, this is the top of the door, this is a windshield. And this goes back to the piece I just made, put together. But you see what the deal is. The roof is curved right here. But the door, top of the door is not. Top of the door is flat. So, I mean, this stuff's pretty tough. I got that 2 layers, it's pretty stiff. So what I've done, I thought sanded it down real thin to make it a little weaker so I can do that. And I've clamped this straight edge. I mean, you see how much off it is right there. So I clamped this straight edge. Of course, I'm gonna do better than that, but you see what that does. That holds that edge straight, so it'll fit that top of the door. And then I'm gonna lay some cloth. And hopefully, and let it cure for at least 24, maybe even more, maybe 2 days. And hopefully it'll hold that flat like I want it. Yeah, trial and error. I mean, they don't fit perfect. I knew it wasn't because the roof is not exactly the same as inside. So, but this roof piece give me a good starting point. All I gotta do is modify it, make it work. So that's what I'm gonna do here. And if this one works, I'm gonna do the other side this is the passenger side. I'm gonna do the one for the driver's door too. Then another issue, it don't fit the windshield. I'm gonna have to do something with that. So yeah, trial and error. It's gonna take a while. This headliner is gonna take a while to make it fit, but we're gonna get it. We're getting it. We just ain't got it yet. Next day, fiberglass set up. All the screws come out except for one. Kind of stripped out. I probably had to grind it down, but all the rest of them come out, no problem. So now I got one piece there instead of 2. Right there. This one's set up. I hadn't took the clamps off yet, but it's looks straight now. Instead, you know, it was curved because the roof is curved. If you look at the roof right here, see the roof is curved. But if you look at the, kind of hard to see, but the top of the door is straight, so that's why I had to do that. So that should fit better. I'll find out soon enough. And if it does fit good enough, I'll do the other side, driver's side. This is the passenger side. I'll do the driver's side the same way to see if we can get more stuff fitting. So yeah, it's taking a while to do this headliner. Of course, I knew it would. It's not a perfect thing, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna figure out a way to make it work. So, and some of you asked if I'm gonna paint this or what. It's gonna get probably 1/4 inch foam back black vinyl, you know, with some diamond tuck and roll stitched in or some design to match the seats, which is gonna be black vinyl with some diamond tuck and roll patterns, and the door panel same. Matter of fact, everything inside is gonna be. Vinyl wrapped. All the back bulkhead, all the headliner, door panels. It's gonna get black carpet on the floor and probably up the firewall for insulation. The dash, I'm gonna build a fiberglass dash. That'll be fun. And I'm gonna wrap it with vinyl. Console, you know, which is gonna have the shifter, radio, stereo. And I'm probably gonna have the electrical circuits under that too. I probably have some kind of door I could take off to access the fuses and circuit breakers or whatever in the console. Be a good spot for the electrical. Yeah, so yeah, it's all gonna get black vinyl with some designs stitched in, everything. So it's gonna be black on the inside, just so you know. So I tried this piece, you know, over the passenger door, and I mean, it's straight, it fits pretty good. I think I can make that work. So I'm gonna do the driver's side the same way. Show you how I roll. I got it set up. The first thing I went and done is ground a lot of this down because it was like triple layer here. So I ground this down thin so it'll be a little more flexible. And I clamped my straight edge. And I put some boxing tape just a hair above each one of these clamps so I get the clamps back off when I get done. And plus the tape will kind of keep some of it off the clamp from dripping down the best I can. So yeah, that's ready. It's gonna get 2 pieces of 1.5 mat right over that to hold that in that shape. It worked on the other side, should work on this one too. And on the back piece for the back window area, I smoothed it down. I had some bubbles where it kind of warped up a little bit. It was kind of up a little bit, so I just ground those down flat. And I got some cardboard with some Boston tape on it, hot glued from the inside. So I'm gonna lay a piece of fiberglass mat over that and a piece of fiberglass mat over that to fix that. So it's not a perfect world, but I mean, this fiberglass is pretty easy to work with. It just takes a little time. Main time is letting it cure. So when you put some fiberglass on, you pretty much got to let it sit to the next day before it's really cured good. So there's that. But other than that, it works really well. I mean, it's easy to work with. So, and I still got to extend these sides, and still got a lot of work to do, even to this one piece. So, but we're getting it. We just ain't got it yet. So I'm still working on the interior headliner mainly right now. Show you what I got going on. I couldn't do it all in one piece, not even just two pieces. I had to do like, I got the back all in one piece, and the top is gonna be 1, 2, 3. You can see I welded some little tabs off of all of my metal framing, and I'm using these Christmas tree nylon push pins, you know, to go in the hole, hold it in all the way around. I still had to cut my back glass out. I'm working on the middle piece there. I still got to trim around the edges. Just gonna get you know, that edge molding to hold that all around the door, all the way around. Still got to trim this. Yep, push pins. It's gonna be great. We're also working on the bulkhead. I got one piece. Well, it's just aluminum. I'm gonna show you how it's gonna go. Go in. It's gonna be curved to match the rest of the car. Right there. There's gonna be a flat piece right here, then another round piece on that corner. And I'm making this out of fiberglass. It's just a sample piece, see what size I need the fiberglass. But the reason I'm going through all this trouble, I don't know if you notice, kit cars, the traditional kit cars, all the headliner and the panel is just kind of squared off, and just kind of flat, kind of squared off in the corners. And to me, this rounded off corner, especially that corner right there, well, it needs to round it off to match the outside of the car. Is gonna look so much better than being just squared off. So that's the reason I'm going through all this trouble to do this, because I want something different. I think this is gonna be better. We're gonna find out. So I already got fiberglass laid for one side of that bulkhead corner. And what I done, I just took a piece of aluminum and some 1/2" square tubing, and I bent that tubing to match the curve that I want. 2 pieces, and I just riveted that piece of aluminum to that tubing and put some wax on aluminum, and I laid me 2 layers of 1.5 matte fiberglass on that. So first one, when I pop that off, I just laid it, it'll be tomorrow. When I pop that off and see if it fits, if it works good, then I'll do another one for the other side. But that's the way I'm rolling with that. That fiberglass don't stick to that aluminum. I done tested it, made sure. But I did put some wax on it anyway, just to make sure it comes off good. So yeah, that's the piece, the middle piece for the root headliner. Just missing in there. I had to widen it up in a couple spots. I just widened that, hadn't cleaned it up yet. Cut it to fit. But yeah, you can see the push pin stuck through. That's the way it's gonna be. And just so you know, I'm gonna do the door panel the same way. I'm gonna get the door and lay some out aluminum, because the door is kind of curved a little bit, you know, from front to back. Piece of aluminum, the shape of the door, kind of rivet it to the door, put some wax on it, and lay 2 layers of cloth on that to make the door panel. And the same for the kick panels. Dash, I'm gonna make a dash out of fiberglass too. That's gonna be a trick, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Well, I ain't gonna give it a shot, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done. Might take a couple tries. Actually, all this is taking more than 1 try to get it. You got to do it twice to make it nice. 3 times in my case, sometimes 4. But you keep going, eventually you'll get it the way you want it. If you don't like one piece, use it as a learning experience and make the next one better. That's what I've been doing here. So yeah, but the fiberglass I laid on the roof, I cut it pieces, is working out. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. Also working on the back. Remember, this piece was cut out, so I got a piece fiberglass back in. I still got to do the get the gaps perfect and all that good stuff on the trunk lid. Still got to get hinges on it. Get the gap right on each side. It's tight. The gap is really tight, so what I had to do, I had to come in and add some fiberglass on the inside edge, both sides. I put like 3 layers of 1.5 mat to make that wider. So now I got a lot of meat to work with. I can open that gap up a little bit, start taking some off the outside on both sides. I mean, you see the gap is really tight all the way down, so I got to make a little more gap in it. But first I got to do before I go any further with it is to get the hinges on it and get it in place. Then I get that fitting. So yeah, we're working on the inside, outside, a little bit everywhere. So there's that. All right, guys, we're getting it. We just ain't got it yet. Appreciate you. See you next time.